And my next Supermoto will be see what kind of bikes they have over here. Oh nice, a special edition like my truck. Very nice. Alright, what's up YouTube? Dapper Dan here. Another beautiful day here in Colorado. You can actually see the mountains now. Look at that view. Today I'm going to be talking about my next choices for the Supermoto that I want to get. At the time of this recording, the Supermoto is not yet sold, but by the time the video gets posted, it might be sold in 1 week from that time. So hopefully it'll be gone by pretty soon. That way I can start looking around for a new Supermoto. Alright, you guys, here are my top 3 choices for the next Supermoto that I want to get. The first one on my list will have to be converted to a Supermoto from a dirt bike, which won't be too bad, but it's a 2019 and up YZ450FX like Cycle Cruiser has. That one will have to be converted over. The FX is the one you want though, because that's not the one that's the one that's not restricted from the factory. You guys know I'm short, so seat height is important to me. So the seat height on this one in dirt bike form is 38 inches. And in Supermoto form, we'll probably bring that down to 35 inches. You got lower profile tires and lower profile wheels. So that should bring it down to 35 inches at least. It has a 2-gallon tank. So that'll bring the range up to, I don't know, probably 100 miles maybe, which they all seem to get a similar amount of range, which is nice. The weight on this one comes in at 262 pounds. That is in dirt bike form, so in Supermoto form, I imagine it'll be a little bit more. Maybe 265, who knows? Which is pretty lightweight, actually. It's not that heavy at all. It's all the emission crap that adds weight. Man, there's a ton of people out on the road today. Something that's kind of important is the fork size. So the forks on this one are a 48mm fork, which is very nice. That's what you want for doing wheelies and stuff. They can stand up to a lot of abuse. This one, however, only has a 5-speed transmission. There's no option for a 6-speed. So that's the one kind of minute downside, is that wouldn't really be made for doing highway speeds, unlike the factory Supermotos. Brand new or slightly used, you could probably find one for like $9,600. I think $9,600 is brand new, and then on top of that you're looking at like another $2,000 to convert it to Supermoto form. You could probably find a used one for maybe $8,000, a used 2019 or something. And power on this is about 53 horsepower and about 32.5 pound-feet of torque, which is surprisingly is a little lower than I thought it would be. And yeah, so that's my first choice. That one is very realistic because those are easy to come by and easy to modify. My second choice will be the Hasselberg FS 570E, which is the basically step up from the bike that I have currently, and it has the piston going forward instead of up and down. So that's a really unique design and really cool, actually. And I know they made them 2010 and 2011, possibly 2012, I'm not sure. But that's 2012 is the year that KTM shut down Hasselberg. So that was the end of all of them. The thing with this one is it's extremely rare, much like my Hasselberg FS 550. Extremely rare. You can't even find any for sale hardly. If you can find one for sale, it would probably be $6,000, maybe $7,000 on the high end. But it's just so hard to find them for sale. The seat height on this one is 35.2 inches tall, and it does have a 6-speed transmission, and it has a 2.4 gallon tank, which will give it a range of just over 100 miles. The weight on that bike is 258 pounds, so it's the lightest out of the bikes on my list. And this one also has a 48mm fork, so that is very good for doing wheelies and stuff, as you should on a Supermoto. So horsepower and torque on this one are hard to find for some reason. You have to go off dyno videos and dyno charts and stuff. So I saw that it makes about 56 horsepower and about 41 foot-pounds of torque. So not too bad. Oh my gosh, why is this road so bumpy? There we go, that's better. And yeah, so it's extremely rare. If I could find one, I would definitely like to get it. So that leads me to my next possible choice that I would want to get, and that would be the Zero FXS, their Supermoto. This one is definitely the most expensive of the group. The base price of the 3.6 kilowatt one, which is the smaller battery, is around $9,000, and then the 7.2 kilowatt, which is the bigger battery, it's pretty much double the battery. That one I think is like $11,000 or $12,000, but it's also way heavier. So the weight of the smaller one, which you can also add an extra battery to make it 7.2, by the way. So the weight of the smaller one is 251 pounds, which is extremely light with that's just the small battery though. The weight of the 7.2 kilowatt, or if you add in the second battery to the small one, is 293 pounds. Both versions have 78 foot-pounds of torque, which is amazing. So if you just have the 3.6 kilowatt battery, you have 27 horsepower. But if you go to the 7.2, and also I confirmed with the Zero support, if you add in the extra battery to the 3.6 to make it the 7.2, it'll give you the same horsepower as the 72, which brings the horsepower all the way up to 46 horsepower. Seat height on this one is the best at 32.9 inches. The years that I would want to get this one are 2017 and up, for the belt drive, because the belt drive is absolutely zero maintenance at all, and I think it's less rotational weight, so it'll give you just a tad bit quicker feeling. The forks on this one, however, are the worst out of the bunch. They're only 41mm forks, which isn't the worst. I mean, these forks on here are tiny, as you can see, but not the best for doing wheelies and stuff. So the claimed miles per gallon equivalent for this is 533 mpge, so miles per gallon equivalent. And with the smaller 3.6 kilowatt battery, you can get about 50 miles of range, and you can double that to 100 miles of range with the 7.2 kilowatt battery. or if you add in the extra battery pack on the smaller one, that'll also double it as well. So it's pretty much a direct drive from the electric battery to the belt to the wheel, so there's no transmission, there's no maintenance at all whatsoever, especially with the belt drive version. You got zero maintenance at all. So out of the bunch, this one has the best seat height and has the worst shock. It has the best torque, but it also has no maintenance, which is nice. And that pretty much wraps up the three that I'm definitely considering, but I also have a bonus for you guys. This one is kind of a supermoto on steroids, I guess. And that is the Ducati Hypermotard. It's often forgotten because a lot of people don't really consider it a supermoto. To me, it's made to look like a supermoto, but it's pretty much just a sport bike that's made to look like a supermoto, and I guess made to perform like one too. So that one would have to be an older one, because on the new ones you cannot turn off the ABS at all. Yeah, the TFT screens are nice, but you can't turn off the ABS. They also come in two different engine sizes. You have an 1100cc one, and you also have a 950, I think, which is the newer ones. The old ones were 1100 cc's and the new ones are 950 cc's. And it's an L-twin engine. They sound amazing. This one definitely sounds the best out of any of them. And it has some it has the best horsepower out of all of them, more than double. It has 114 horsepower and 71 foot-pounds of torque, which is not bad. So it's an extremely fast bike. It actually weighs a lot, so it's 440 pounds, which is one reason why I say it's basically a street bike that's made to look like a supermoto. So it's pretty heavy. It's almost double the rest of them. The seat height on this one is actually the best, though. It's amazing at 32 inches. So that's the same seat height as any other sport bike you'll have, which is another reason why I say it's a sport bike that's made to look like a supermoto. That combined with the weight too. It does have amazing forks though. It has 48mm forks, like the rest of them except for the Zero. And it does have the biggest fuel tank. It has a 3.8 gallon fuel tank. I'm not sure if it has a single-sided swing arm or not. I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. That would look cool, but I don't think it does. So brand new, these are very expensive, but like I said, you don't want a new one because you can't turn off ABS. Used, I was looking actually yesterday, and you can find them $9,000 to $10,000 used, which is not too bad. So this one is the heaviest, it's the most expensive, and you can't turn off the ABS on it, which is the three big cons of it. But a plus, it sounds the best, and it looks pretty cool. It's supposed to look like a supermoto. It looks pretty cool, and it would be an awesome bike to have. So there you guys go. There's a little bonus for you. So anyway guys, that pretty much wraps up the supermotos that I'm looking at getting next, and a hypermoto. Hypermoto is an option, I would say, but probably not gonna happen. So whenever I do get it, I will have you guys guess down in the comments, but for now we're still just looking around. Maybe we'll be able to get one this winter. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know your favorite supermoto. It can be either a factory supermoto or one that's been converted to a supermoto. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Later.